That's Alishan Sharafu. Oh, and again, a bit of movement. Bertel does well to deal with that, guides it down to deep third. Is it fair to say, purely in terms of well, I suppose, international pedigree, I'm not saying that Zahid Ali doesn't have lots of potential, and of course, been so impressed by the start from Haider Ali, and also Dhruv Parashar has potential, but those 12 overs, we've seen Haider Ali, he's been brilliant from the time he's come into international cricket, so much so there is no Ayan Afzal Khan in the squad, and he's keeping Simranjeet Singh out of the 11 today. But it's almost as though they need to target that sort of 4th, 5th, 6th bowler combination today, Nepal, potentially.
That's the 3 bowlers that you mentioned, the 12 overs that they're going to bowl. That's guided down to third man for a single. And talking about those 3 bowlers, Mohammad Rohit, Junaid Siddique and Haider Ali, the left arm orthodox. He's a very good bowler, very good action as well.
Bowls good pace too, doesn't he? Guided away. It's a good stroke, and it will race to the rope. Follows the shape of Junaid Siddique and just extends the arms. Kushal Bertel has found a good patch of form in recent times. That's the first boundary, and it races to the rope.
He didn't try to hit the ball hard, just timed it behind square on the offside. By Mohammad Rohit.
Innovation now, and gets it round the corner and gets it a long way. May well go all the way. Bertel, well, not sure he'd have played that shot 2 or 3 months ago, but he's found his form. He's got his swagger back, and with just a flick of the wrist round the corner, gets the first maximum.
It was outside the off stump. Went towards the off stump, outside the off stump, and just ramped that ball down to fine leg for a 6.
Cut away, and cut away to the rope. It's a good shot from Bertel. He's so important for Nepal here. And a bit of frustration from Zahid Ali. He feels as though the fielder should have stopped it, but it was short and it was wide, and it got the treatment it deserved.
Gave a little bit of room and cut that away behind square on the offside. There was a diving effort by the fielder there, but couldn't stop the ball. Just on top of the bounce, Kushal Bertel was very in control of that shot.
He did everything perfectly with that shot, and you have to say Bertel is just such an important cog in the wheel for Nepal's batting in this format. Guides it away again, just be a single this time. He's looked a completely sort of changed cricketer, isn't he, Bin? On a surface it looks like it's going to help. Sheikh goes over the top and gets a good piece. 1 bounce, 4, exploits those fielding restrictions. Had to take a risk, but gets a boundary.
Gives himself room inside out over cover fielder. Played it on the up. The fielders in the offside, all of them are inside the 30-yard circle. Only the fielders in the boundary line are deep square leg and long off.
Yeah, and that's why it's a really good option to just give yourself that bit of room outside the leg stump. There is risk involved. You're exposing your stumps to the bowler, you're giving him a chance to find the wickets. But as a consequence, he's got to dart that into the leg stump. And good batting from Sheikh, follows up the boundary with a single. Do you think Nepal would have been confident coming into today? That it's a strange stat that they've never beaten the UAE here. I think they might have lost 2 or 3 games to them here in this venue.
In the ACC Premier Cup T20I, they lost to UAE in the semi-finals, the Asia Cup qualifiers. It's a decent start for Nepal, 28 for no loss in the 4th.
Yeah, this is impacted outside the line, so only a stifle appeal, but a good start from Ali despite that boundary. 5 runs come from his first, 28 for none.
Junaid Siddique, Alishan Sharafu was also probably the...
Might only be 3 or 4. Oh, that's a glorious shot. Gives himself the room and exploits the offside again. A lovely shuffle from Asif Sheikh and a full flourish and extension of the arms. 4 more.
We can see the elegance of Asif Sheikh. Just puts his front leg away from the stumps and played it on the up in between the fielders of mid-off and extra cover. It's a decent start for Nepal, 32 without a wicket in the 5th over.
Goes again and gets a good piece again. This is outstanding batting. These two have assessed the conditions and, well, it's going to fly all the way. Monstrous hit. And just a little bit of width on offer, and maybe it should have been Sadiq bowling this one rather than Mohammad Rohid.
It's very difficult to say which one was better. The first one was played it on the up. The second one also played it on the up. The result, 2 runs more, a 6. Back-to-back boundaries, a 4 and a 6 for Asif Sheikh.
The playing group that are there or thereabouts. Now this floods into the pad. It looks pretty good. No, says the umpire. Now what's this missing? Was it just angling down a bit of height, Paresh?
Might be slipping down the leg side.
Oh. Wonder will Stuart Law be having a think about his order? Will he stick with Rohit Powdell? It's been a little while since we've seen such a stable start at the top. Beautiful. Really elegantly played. Great execution of a difficult stroke from Asif Sheikh. Will get a boundary, just 1 bounce and races for 4.
Classy shot by Asif Sheikh. Again, inside out, hitting it wide off, long off. These shots are pretty hard to play.
He's at 3 beautiful boundaries now, isn't he? 2 off Rohid and that one off Ali. For me, was the pick of the bunch. Took a miraculous fight back. Nepal bowled averagely, but Japan were just excellent. Slog sweep comes out and gets a good piece. And gets it all the way for 6. That's a fine shot from Kushal Bertel.
Going down on one knee. Hits it in front of the square on the onside. Very still head, watching the ball hitting the bat. That is what a batsman should do.
Looks like a part-time left-arm spinner, doesn't he? We saw him a little bit in the Asia Cup and in the Tri-Series with the ball, but he's in the team for his batting. Slightly unorthodox action, almost a fraction off the wrong foot, it feels like. Bit of turn on offer. This one's given, and UAE do strike. Now, I felt as though Kushal Bertel was very fortunate to survive the earlier decision from Hyder Ali, but this one has turned. So it might have been a case of kind of 2 decisions combining for one that's given out. Bertel got the first decision going his way. This time it goes the way of UAE, and Kaushik, with that little bit of unorthodoxy, he strikes.
It was a bit slow through the air, trapped right in front. Bertel, he has to go. That's plumb in front.
Yeah, I think it actually didn't turn as much as I thought at first. It's flicked to the front pad and then it's deflected off. So a very good decision, UAE. Well, they desperately needed that, but they're pumped up as a consequence. Bertel is gone for 28 of 26, and it is 56 for 1. Well, just as we were talking about the 50-run partnership, Paresh, the wicket falls, and yeah, probably across the way to those 2 LBW shouts. They certainly deserved at least one of them, and I don't think Bertel will have too much to complain about back in the dressing room. Rohit Powdell will come to the crease. I would have sensed a real temptation to go with a left-hander here, whether that be Kushal Malla, who plays so well against spin, or whether it be Gulshan Jah, who loves the big occasion and can thrive under pressure and is in a real hot streak of form. I think this will just allow probably the 2 left-arm spinners to bowl in tandem. Because it's a good over despite the maximum. And a very exuberant Harshit Kaushik, who fields off his own bowling. He's got the breakthrough. It's 31, maybe 32 degrees today. The real feel. Humidity I saw yesterday was 80%. Hook shot. Fielder out there, but it goes wide and high to his left. I think that's gone straight into the rope and could be given as a maximum. He got a good piece of it. Oh, it's given as a 1 bounce 4. Very close to the rope and right in front of the Nepal team dugout. Bit of an argument between the fielder in the deep, who's claiming it was 4, and then the Nepal bench, who were saying no, it was straight into the rope and was 6. For me, I thought that hit the rope on the full. It's impossible for
the players, the openers, they have justified the decision by Rohit Powdell to bat first. Opening stand of 50 runs.
Helped around the corner, not the right line from Kaushik. And going to be a chase all the way down to the rope in vain for Rohit. That's just a nice little tickle around the corner. It's something that Rohit Paudel maybe does better than anyone in the associate game. He uses the pace from the spinners on the offside and on the leg. He's all about deflections and little contortions with the bat. Very, very clever. And 4 more runs to the total.
The bottom hand comes a bit slightly out of the bat and he works with his top hand. Either side of the wicket, the late cuts that he plays.
Again, this time it's hit better, so there's no chance of 2, so they'll just jog through for the 1. It's been a fascinating 10 overs. Every single Associate El Clasico always has its ebbs and its for the square leg umpire. Because of the sun, which is so low, he's actually at point. That makes a lot of sense for Rashid Riaz. Again, Nepal just happy to nudge it around. They will get the second this time. Throw goes to the non-striker's end. A little bit of frustration from UAE in the field and a few hands on hips out there. Neither side is ahead of the game here. These are very nervy moments, nervy exchanges in this big Associate El Clasico clash.
The strike rate of Asif Sheikh is just dropping a bit. Good running between the wickets between these two. Very fit guys, these Nepali players. 44 of 40.
Tries the big shots and just is going to get the nearly full maximum reward, but a sensational stop. Basil Hamid might have done himself a nuisance. He's definitely saved 6. He saves 4 runs in total, but he looks in real agony. Concerning scenes. I just wonder, is he going to be okay? He immediately went down. The doctor is sprinting across the outfield. A heroic effort from him. Looked like it was 6 all the way, didn't it? And what a stop this is. Sensational. And let's just hope he hasn't done himself such a nuisance. He looks in Paresh, really concerning scenes. He's in the best possible hands of Dr. Manish, the long-standing team doctor for the UAE. Sense. It looks a nasty injury. Rohit Paudel straight to long on, finds the man. And a disappointing innings for the skipper, could never really quite get going. He's going to have to go for 20. Easiest of catches held by the subfielder who's just come on, Mohammad Farouk. Paudel's got to go. Nepal maybe just in a spot of bother. Can't get the run rate moving the way they would like. UAE fighting back. Rohit strikes.
It was a short ball, gave himself room, but straight to long on. Rohit Paudel had to go because they are not scoring runs. The boundary was drying up. He had to go. Again gets out on 20s of 19 ball. Just a 4 in this inning.
There. Big appeal and no need for it because it's cannon into middle stump. Asif Sheikh could just never quite get going. It is that little carom ball, I think, maybe just held in the surface a touch. He did get 50, a 9th T20 International 50, goes past 1500 T20I runs in the process. He's played nicely, but surely it's got to be Kushal Malla to the crease now. Very good bowling.
Just missed the ball completely. I think it hit the back thigh and went into rattle the stumps.
Yeah, I think that's why he was appealing. He thought that it might have been plumb LBW, which it would have been, but you don't need to appeal for the LBW when it flicks the pad.
To make it count, the remaining 2 balls, Dipendra Singh Airee and Kushal Malla.
Now Airee looks for the big one, but it's straight to Mohammad Wasim, and Haider Ali, well, he is pumped up in a big way. Big celebration. Nothing from his teammates. He was giving it the big one, leaping into the air like David Warner. And the catch taken with the minimum of fuss. Airee's 6 hitting exploits at this venue aren't on show today. And the majority of the second half of this innings has belonged to the men from UAE. They've been excellent.
Didn't get a good piece of it, got the inner part of the bat. Simplest of catches for Mohammad Wasim. He could take that kind of a catch with the eyes closed.
Airee's got to go for 1.
Kushal Malla not getting the ball. Very good connection.
Jah chips it down the ground. He's hit it pretty well, and he may have it well enough to get to the rope. Yes, that has hit into the rope, and it's another injury, it looks like. Landing on the rope, getting himself into a spot of bother, and Gulshan Jah is at it again.
The midfielder was inside the circle, Mohammad Wasim. That's why It resulted in a boundary. Good effort by the fielder there, but I think he's rubbed his tummy on top of the rope.
I think it's the shoulder again, and it's Alishan Sharafu. More concern for the UAE, and again with the 15 remaining deliveries, can he get this Nepal innings moving? Carted away into the offside. He's at it again. Gulshan Jah is playing the best cricket of his life. I have no idea how he's got that all the way for 6. He's picked the slower ball and stood there and simply devastated it over the offside. Outstanding batting.
Bottom hand coming into play. Sliced it over the infield on the offside.
How's he got that for 6?
Is because of the bottom hand coming into play.
Extraordinary shot.
If you remember, he hit 1-6 against West Indies.
Yeah, similar, wasn't it? It's a good shout in the India Cup. Bit of pressure now on Sadiq. Pressure on UAE maybe for the first time. Goes through the offside again. Gets a good piece of it again. Gets 4 more. Shades of that over against Mohammad Wasim. Back at the TU. And it's got the Nepal fans dancing up in the crowd. They have just one player they love more than anyone right now. It's the young Gulshan Jah.
Again giving himself room, playing towards extra cover into the gap. Placement was excellent by Gulshan Jah. 3 boundaries on a trot. 4, 6 and a 4.
Well, he made 20 off 5, didn't he, against Kuwait, that completely changed the game. He's got 14 off 4 here. It's the hardest art in the modern game. Coming to the crease, Tim David does it so brilliantly for Australia. Every single franchise, every single international team wants a player who can come in and score immediately. Jazz doing it yet again for Nepal here. Full toss, heaved into the leg side, could be taken, is. And Junaid Sadiq strikes back. Big moment in the game. And Gulshan Jah asking for a no ball. We're asking, there's something maybe just happened after the dismissal. Whether there was a word or some contact between the two. Jazz not happy. It was short and it's sweet, and he's gone now.
It was a good catch by the fielder at deep mid wicket, sliding to his front. Send off by the fielder as well.
Just wonder what's happened here. I don't know if we have the replay of after the ball. Junaid Sadiq has now been given a real talking to by Rashid Riaz. Whether it was a word or whether there was some contact, I don't know. He's only lasted 5 balls, but he's had an impact with that 4-6-4 burst, much more like what Nepal needed. But Junaid Sadiq has the last laugh. Jazz gone for 14, 126 for 5. Ideally, for Nepal, he needs to clear the ropes a couple of times. Oh, good bowling, and it's a little feather of an outside edge. It's going to be the end of Mala. Big celebration for Zahid Ali. I think it was a slower ball and off cutter. Excellent catch from Rahul Chopra. And Mala's got to trudge off for a 3rd low score. He's gone for 10.
Rahul Chopra has been very good behind the stumps. Slower ball off cutter. There was a bit of turn as well. That is why it took the edge of Kushal Malla.
Nepal have got themselves in a tangle. They've lost 2 in the course of just 3 deliveries. Jah, the big one, and now Malla rather forlornly has to walk back. He's gone for 10. It's 128 for 6. Bowler. Goes short, goes wide. Oh, gets away with it. Side on replay will be interesting here. He wanted the wide. It's given us a bye instead. Was that too short for Esha? I'm not talking about a wide on width. I think it was inside the guideline, but did look quite short, and Jora is short in stature.
This is good variation by Junaid Sadiq. That's fine.
Great umpiring. That's why he's down there. That's why I'm up here. Exceptional. Yeah, really good umpiring from umpire Muckle. Correctly given as the bye. Brilliant Yorker. Going to miss the leg stump, but it's been a showcase in death bowling of the highest quality from Junaid Sadiq. T20I debut. We're all set. It's 141 that the UAE will require to win. And Paresh, I think it's right on a knife edge. UAE probably slight favourites.
Yeah, because they bowled very well. Mainly Junaid Sadiq and Ali.
Hyder Ali, the left arm spinner, was really impressive. College. And then at the age of just 18, debuted in ODI cricket. Got him. Mohammad Wasim is gone. And just look at these celebrations. Bertel holds on to the catch. The fans are going wild, but Nepal's fielders are all in exuberant celebrations. They know how big that is. He's the record run scorer at this ground. He's gone for one.
It was a back of the lung delivery by Sompal Kani. Tried to pull that straight to Kushal Patel. Look at the celebration of Kami. He's really pumped up, getting the big wicket of Mohammad Wasim. He has to depart for one.
Massive wicket, massive moment in the match. The skipper's gone. He looks down at the toe of the bats. Caught by Birdsell for one. It's 2 for 1.
Muddy mountains.
Yeah, they're very pretty, particularly this time of day with the sun kind of casting those shadows. Leading edge. Airee goes towards it, can't get there. There was just a momentary hesitation between Dipendra Singh Airee and Rohit Paudel. I think either of them maybe could have got there if they both had went wholeheartedly, but with the ball hanging in the air, they both had a look at each other and just held their momentum, and as a consequence it fell safely.
Coming down the track, Alison Sharafu landed between the two fielders.
It's probably the only place that could have gone and fallen safely. Incredible moment of fortune, because if Airee can't get there with his, could have looped up for the easiest of catches, but very fortuitously for Sharafu, fell safely. Down the track, it's a big blow. It's an almighty blow. I think that's definitely the biggest of the day, probably one of the biggest of the entire tournament. Plonks it up onto the roof of the pavilion, a dance down the track, and Sharafu showing no ills from that shoulder injury. It's his second 6.
It was a leg cutter bowled by Nandan Yadav, nicely picked away down to long on, wide long on that is, over the pavilion's room.
A lovely noise off the bat, wasn't there? Don't have the stump mics in place, you won't quite have heard it as clearly at home, but a real beautiful ping. He tries to repeat the dose but goes down the ground instead. Good batting, dancing and attacking Nandan Yadav, back-to-back boundaries, 6 and now 4.
This is batting with intent. Coming again down the track, hitting it straight towards the side screen, ball rolling off the carpet. 6 and a 4, a good looking over, turning out to be a good looking over for UAE. Nepal, they have to pick up wickets in regular intervals. Pulled away, down to mid wicket, a boundary. Good looking shot by Sharafu.
This is great intent, and he's somewhat sparing Jonathan Figgie's blushes, because he's managed to sort of hog the strike over the lap at 7.5 runs per over. Lamachani's 4 overs are going to be 4 big ones. As he goes down, over long off, and hits it for 6. The final ball of the power play will maybe edge that power play towards the UAE. Rajbanchi's over goes for 15. It's 40 for 1. As Gulshan Jah is called upon. And Figgy goes downtown, and he finally gets in the act. He gets a boundary. Mid-off was up in the circle, slightly full from Jah, and Figgy cashes in.
Confident looking shot by Figgy. Hits it with a straight bat. The mid-off fielder was inside the circle.
Comes up. This is helped miles over the offside. That's an almighty strike. Here's a class act, Alishan Sharafu. Always been thought of as, well, the most prodigious of young talents to come through that Emirati system. The former under-19s captain. Well, he wins part 1 of that battle with Lamachani.
It was hit on the upper, giving himself room.
Inside edge, could have gone anywhere. Misfortune for Lamachani, that's going to cost a boundary despite the diving efforts. Sharafu, very lucky here, was looking to probably go into the offside, I think. Has tied himself in a tangle in knots and, well, just flays the bat at it and somehow gets a boundary.
That was a googly ball by Lamachani. The ball hitting the inside edge, running down fine towards finding boundary. Sharafu moves to 48 of just 31 deliveries. Again, Sandeep Lamachani into the expensive side.
Googly again trying to wrap that front pad, but with the boundary early in the over, UAE will just be happy to nudge it around. Floodlights have just come on for the first time.
Sharafu looks a bit itchy out there. He's struggling with his leg, calf or hamstring.
Goes with the googly, and Lamachani does well off his own bowling. It's a run saved. Nepal fans are just appearing very nervous, the ones that we can hear in the crowd. 9 wickets in hand, halfway to where they require to be at the halfway stage, UAE. They have this game in complete control. Big swing and a miss though, doesn't pick the googly.
Nepal were also in a similar situation at the end of the first 10 overs. And they completely lost it after that. A very good bowling. Credit goes to the UAE bowlers, the way they bowled, the way they fielded in the first innings.
Promise you there'll be another twister turn, Paresh. As Figgy gets a good piece of it. He's going to get a maximum. Didn't look like he struck it perfectly at first, and Lamachani's frustrated. But Figgy's 12 off 24 will jump off to 18 off 25. 11 from the over. Nepal are looking really concerned as to how they're going to get themselves back into this contest. And it's the UAE again here in Muscat that are seeing the best of this Associate El Clasico, dominating the contest, 75 for 1.
And Sharafu's wicket.
Well, that's going to be 50 and a brilliant way to bring it up. Just a check pull shot that goes all the way for 6. It's come in sparkling style, 34 deliveries. It's a 12th career 50 from just 55 innings for Alishan Sharafu, his second against Nepal, and Sharafu has a bit of fortune. But the UAE are dominating this contest right now. What can Nepal find? Run out chance again, but Jora just not quite as quick as others in the ring. To show you the side on of that run out chance, to show you that I think it would have been out by, well, 2 yards, because Sharafu gave it up.
Trying to guide that down to third man.
Really strange brilliance for Nepal. They need something, and they've got it. It had to be Dipendra Singh Airee into the game, into the attack, and into the wickets. He ends Figgy's rather tortured stay at the crease. Good glove work from Asif Sheikh. You sensed it was coming, and it's the Tiger again who impacts the game, not in the field this time, but with the ball. Gives Nepal something to work with.
It was a flatter delivery. The batter coming down the wicket, trying to hit that ball, completely missed it, and a smart glove work by Asif Sheikh. Quick one as well.
Perplexing shot to try and use your feet to him. And maybe Airee will be the one who can find the way past. Sharafu he has. It's Dipendra Singh Airee, and off he goes. The trademark high five into the sky celebration comes. He's a three-dimensional cricketer. He's impacting the game. He's got the big wicket of Sharafu. Are Nepal finding a way back into this contest?
We didn't see the cartwheel or the jump from Dipendra Singh Airee, but what we saw was Sharafu was so frustrated that he hit the stumps with his bat.
Oh, I missed that. I was watching Airee sprinting off in celebration, expecting the cartwheel. He will find himself in trouble with the ICC match referee, Mr. Kent Hannam. That's going to be a level 1 minimum, I would expect. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Just stay with the batter here if we can. Clever piece of bowling, just skids in. And yes, let's have a look here if we can roll this replay through. Big trouble. You cannot do that, Alishan Sharafu. I'm sorry, I was watching Airee. I thought we were going to get the tumbling cartwheel out again. Instead, we got the trademark high fives with Rohit Paudel. It doesn't take away, though, from how well Alishan Sharafu played. It was an outstanding innings. It's put the UAE in a very strong position. He's gone for 58, though, of 40 deliveries. 8 boundaries altogether in there, and it's 88 for 3.
That was bowled a bit slow through the air and skidded on to hit the stumps. Very frustrated, Sharafu.
You're always going to be frustrated. You just can't do that. And umpire, they're going to continue with Gulshan Jah, who's been wicketless but pretty consistent. Just 6 runs and over he's going for. Can he find the 4th wicket? Picked up into the leg side. There's a fielder there who holds on. He will find the 4th wicket. Gulshan Jah has had a sensational tournament. That's an excellent catch from Nandan Yadav. He judged that very well. Strange shot from Harshit Kaushik. He only sort of pulled it, and I've no idea how. The Cardiac kids are at it again, turning it around, raising the pulses and changing this contest.
A good short ball by Gulshan Jah, and a terrific catch by Nandan Yadav in the deep. he jumped and to perfection. Really excited, Nandan Yadav.
Incredible swing in the game in the course of a couple of overs. This is why we love associate cricket, particularly. Likes playing a slog sweep, and there is a bit of a gap between long on and deep mid wicket. Goes with the googly. Take on Airee. Throw comes in, direct hit. Given! Oh my! He's at it again, and here comes the cartwheel. Nails the landing again. He's the best fielder in the world, in my opinion. There's no one quite like him. It's Dipendra Singh Airee.
He missed the first one in the earlier over. Now, this time around, he hits a bullseye and keeps out the cartwheel. Lands it safe. It's going to be Chopra who has to depart for 7.
He's a freak. It's the only words for him. He is superhuman. Have a look at this. I don't think there's a fielder in the world that creates this as a chance. Chopra went straight away. The throw comes out so quickly, and it might just be out by inches. He was in a great position, umpire Muckle. The finger went up. Chopra frustrated. He's been run out. Nepal are up and about. It's 96 for 5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable fielding of the highest quality. It's the speed of the release that I'm not sure anyone else can replicate. He's so quick to the ball, there is almost no pullback with the throw, and to effect the direct hit from there, freakish, staggering. I'm just once, lost for words.
That's a freak of nature. What is that called? He missed the last time around, the direct hit. This time, he hits a bullseye.
That's as good a run out as I've ever seen. I didn't think he could top the one he took earlier in the tournament. He saves the cartwheel and the acrobatics for big moments like that. Oh, it's another. They're collapsing. Basil Hamid's gone first ball. The googly comes out. I'm not sure he was at 100% with the shoulder. This is a fight back for the ages. It's Hamid that's got to go. 2 and 2. The first one thanks to Airee. The second one thanks to Lamachani. They're dancing in the stands.
The team is on a hat-trick. 2 wickets in 2 balls. First the run out, and now Sandeep Lamachani bowling that googly, going between the bat and pad and mill stump out of the ground.
Incredible scenes. This has been a turnaround of titanic proportions. The perfect googly, just a little bit out of the side of the hand. You feel for Basil Hamid, his shoulder is gone. I give him great credit for going out there and trying his best, but I'm not sure he should have been batting. And the middle stump goes for a walk. You can see the pain that he's in. Now this is hit in the air, and it's hit a long way. We said that Parashar holds the key to the rest of this chase. That's a big hit. Elegant shot to full extension of the arms, and it flies over the rope. Big maximum.
Yeah, it was a pace-on delivery by Sompal Kami. Back of the length. Hit it on the rise. Side to any side.
Down the leg side, 4 more. Not the right line. Excellent from Parashar. And the UAE hanging about in this chase. Will that Achilles heel of the death bowling for Nepal come back to haunt them? Poor delivery this one.
Yeah, straying down the leg side. Neatly done by Parashar. Just flicking it.
The single, and at least Parashar has the strike. But it would leave 15 to win off the final. Big ball. Hit down the ground. It's hit for 6. He gets the maximum reward. And the UAE will need 10 from the final over. It was right in the slot. Parashar playing a gem of a knock. And the UAE feel as though they can see the finishing line. It's 131 for 6.
Yeah, it was right on slot. He attempted a Yorker there, missed it by, let's say, a feet or so.
Yadav is distraught. Yet to be test. Hit into the leg side. Hit all the way for 6. And Parashar has UAE on the brink. Misses the block hole. Parashar moves into the 30s. And UAE need just 3 to win.
Yeah, this was a very good shot. Just let the ball come to him. Misses the block hole by a couple of inches. Down to long on for a maximum. This is a good hand, a good cameo by Dhruv Parashar.
Well, those 2 maximums, the final ball of the 19th over and now the 3rd ball of the 20th, have UAE within touching distance. There are fielders running everywhere. Lamachani comes up to Airee. Final moment of advice. The way in which he clears that front foot and gets it over the rope. Brilliant batting from Parashar. UAE just need to finish the job. Any boundary will do. Hits it straight to long on. Jura takes the catch. It's another twist. It's another turn. Airee has 3. No big celebrations yet because this game could still go any which way. They do have the big wicket of Parashar, but there's nervy moments with just 2 balls left.
Everywhere, twists and turns. It's going to be Siddiq. I presume this was another ball in the slot, but couldn't get under the ball. Hitting it straight to Sandeep Zohra. Dipendra Singh Airee has his 3rd, but still 3 required of 2. Anybody's game. Even a super over is possible.
Can he get a single to let the other Ali, his namesake, win it? It all comes down to this. Down the track, hit into the air. Is it going to carry to long off? No, it's not. They're going to take on the second. He's lost the bat. Throw comes to the keeper's end. Given. He's run out. The single will count. Unbelievable drama in Muscat. It's going to be 139 for 8. Exceptional fielding from Sandeep Jura, who held his nerve. And all 3 results will be possible off the final ball. We might have 1 short given. We're going to have to wait and see this. It may be no run to the total, and it might be back-to-back wickets. It could be 138 for 8 instead of 139.
It's all happening here in Oman Cricket Academy, Turf 1. A run out. That was Sandeep Zohra with a flat score.
I think this is 1 short. Not going to see if we can bring it to you. But Hyder Ali's too busy watching the ball. Have a look here. He's dropped the bat. He is 1 short. Exceptional umpiring from Rashid Riaz. It's going to be the best possible result for Nepal because it's going to be a run out with no runs to the total. And what a throw from Jura.
Anything's possible here. The last ball coming up. 3 runs required to win.
What a story it would be for Junaid Siddiq. He loves playing against Nepal. Confirmation, it is a dot ball with the run out. It was 1 short at the non-striker's end. Confirmation from the scorers. Here we go. It all comes down to the final ball of the 40 overs. Airee to Siddiq. Helped into the leg side. They will get 1. A fumble. Can they get 2? Throw. Slip. It's all over. Nepal win by just 1 run. The most extraordinary turnaround. Complete jubilation in the stands and on the outfield. The UAE have pushed Nepal to the brink, but just in terms of getting over the line, that 1 short has been the difference. It's the most critical of victories. Nepal 1 step closer to a return to the World Cup. It's been a game that's given us everything, but ultimately Nepal win by the barest of margins. 1 run.
This is what we can expect from